What's up guys, hope you're all well and safe. Welcome to another very exciting Premiere Pro tutorial. In this video, we're going to look at how to export our clips for YouTube and Facebook. So once we are done editing our footages, we would want to get the final output, and to do that, we will need to export the media. Now, there are different ways how we can get to the export window, but the most commonly used ones are either by going into the file menu and then clicking on export and then clicking on media, or a much simpler way is just using your keyboard shortcuts, which is Command M for Mac and Control M for Windows. Now, regardless of what you choose, you are going to land on this export window. Now, on the left, you can see the preview of the video, and on the right, you should see all the different options. So at the top where you have the format, H.264 should be pre-selected, but if not, then you should select that. I mean, you can select any other formats too, and usually it will be your client who is going to provide you all these details in the brief that what they need. But for social media or for web, H.264 is the most commonly used format. The next thing is to select the codec or the preset. Usually the pre-populated option will be the match source high bitrate, which is absolutely fine. But let's say if you want to upload the video on YouTube or Facebook, which is what we are discussing in this video, then fortunately there are built-in codecs for those platforms. Now, one thing to remember here is that if your video was shot in HD, which is 1080p, or in 4K UHD, then you should ideally edit the video in the same sequence, and the export preset should be the same too. As this video was shot in 1080p, then I'm going to select the YouTube 1080p preset, and then under here you can change the file output name and its location, and then you have an option of either selecting the video or audio only, or you can tick both these boxes if you want both. The next section is where you can see the summary or details about the media that you are exporting, like the resolution, the FPS, your audio details, and etc. Now I'm going to collapse this just to get some more space, and then we have all these different options. So guys, I don't normally go into the effects or multiplexer or captions or publish or audio, and usually I just make some tweaks to the video one over here. Now in here, I will jump straight to the bottom where it says bitrate settings. Now again, this is another very important thing to understand. Here we have three options. We have CBR, which is the constant bitrate. Then we have VBR1 and 2, which are both variable bitrates. So a CBR is basically where the bitrate is going to stay the same throughout the duration of the video, and if your footage consists of some heavy effects, the bitrate will still remain constant, which eventually will affect the quality of your output. Now VBR1 on the other hand is a variable bitrate where Premiere will assign more resources to the part of the footage where it sees more video effects. And then VBR2, which I would definitely recommend, is where Premiere will kind of assess your video twice and will then process the output. Now what I mean is that in the first time, Premiere will go through the footage and will detect all the busy parts of the footage, which will all then be processed in the second pass. The output in turn that you will get will be of a higher quality, but the downside of this is that it will take more time and your file size will be much bigger than VBR1 and of course CBR. So if you have lots of effects going on in your footage, then I would definitely recommend you to go for the VBR2 pass. But if you have a straightforward video, then VBR1 pass should do a good job too. Then the next thing is taking the option of use maximum render quality, which again is there to ensure that you get the best quality output, but I mean it will also have an impact on your export processing duration. So guys, that's it. You can now hit the export button over here, and once done, you are good to upload your videos on Facebook and YouTube. Now that's it from me guys. I hope you found this video useful. If you have any questions, anything you would like to ask, as always, feel free to drop those in the comment section, and I will try to get back to you as soon as possible. I'm now going to see you in the next video, so till then, you take care of yourself.